I'm going to preview the number 20 Baylor versus Auburn men's basketball game, and this will be played at 8 p.m. Central Time on ESPN in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Sanford, Pentagon. And Auburn is a receiving votes team, by the way. That's the only reason why I'm doing a preview on this game right here. So, and they do return a lot of production in terms of quality stars. And I did include a transfer, but I did not include incoming freshmen on this. But if you want to check out the incoming freshmen, what they have, I'm going to go right ahead and put that in the description below, and like the roster for them for this year, in addition of the recruiting of last year. I mean, what they had in the class of 2023. So this is last year's stats and some players from last year that played, either at Auburn or not. And the game is November 7th, by the way, on this. So, and I do not know about injury status or anything for Baylor or Auburn. And I know for a fact that Ray J. Dennis didn't play in like a close scrimmage against Gonzaga, but hopefully he gets to play. But you get the full point. I don't know any further injuries besides Giannis Jonga for Baylor, which I know he was planning to redshirt this year anyway. So, yeah. Now, what are some players to keep an eye on? Like Denver Jones, number 12, 6'4", 195-pound guard. That's a junior. 20.1 points per game, 59 for 149, 59 on threes, 131 for 155 on free throws, 3.8 points per game, 2 assists per game, 3.2 turnovers per game, 1.8 steals per game, 1.6 fouls per game at Florida International University. Now, the rest of the guys that I listed were at Auburn last year. And Johnny Broom, number 4, 6'10", 235 pound, which the weight could have increased, by the way, for all these players here from last year to this year. So keep that in mind. For that's a junior, like 14.2 points per game, 9 for 31 on threes, 70 for 125 on free throws, 8.4 rebounds per game, 1.7 turnovers per game, 0.9 steals per game, 2.4 blocks per game, 3 fouls per game. Jalen Williams, number 2, 6'8", 230-pound forward. That's a senior. 11.2 points per game, 40 for 113 on threes, 56 for 73 on free throws, 4.7 rebounds per game, 2.2 assists per game, 1.2 turnovers per game, 1.1 steals per game, 0.8 blocks per game, 2.4 fouls per game. KD Johnson, number 0, 6 foot, 185-pound guard. That's a senior, 8.9 points per game, 36 for 108 on threes, 77 for 111 on free throws, 1.5 turnovers per game, 1.1 steals per game, 2.3 fouls per game. Dylan Cardwell, number 44, 6'11", 256-pound center. That's a senior. 3.7 points per game, 0 for 1 on 3, 7 for 22 on free throws, 3.8 rebounds per game, 0.6 turnovers per game, 1.3 blocks per game, 2 fouls per game. Now Chris Moore, number 5, 6'6", 230-pound forward. That's a senior. 3.5 points per game, 39 for 22 on threes, 25 for 35 on free throws, 2.1 rebounds per game, 0.7 turnovers per game, 1.5 fouls per game. Now Trey Donaldson, number 3, 6'2", 190-pound, 190-pound guard. That's a sophomore. 2.5 points per game, 13 for 32 on threes, 11 for 20 on free throws, 0.6 turnovers per game, 0.7 steals per game, 1 foul per game. Now the last player I mentioned is Lior Berman, number 24, 6'4", 215-pound guard. It's a senior. 2.2 points per game, 11 for 31 on threes, 3 for 5 on free throws, and 1.2 fouls per game. Which I know there's obviously more players than that, but I have to think that's probably going to be more of their rotation. Though they're probably going to add, they probably have like a freshman that could play as well, but you get the whole point. That's from last year, and anyway, so defensively, you got to take away the shooters, contain the slashers. You got to rebound the ball. I mean, you don't want to give them easy looks. Of course, force turnovers. That would really help. Of course, you got to limit them on the second chance points. Of course, points in the paint. Points in the paint, transition, and points out turnovers. So you don't want to allow as many of those as much as possible. Of course, you need to find a way to pressure them without fouling. I'm just saying that, and of course, you got to make adjustments on the fly, not just on offense, but on defense. And you got to box out when there's a missed shot. I'm just saying that, and if we could take away the best players away, that would really be helpful in this game. So offensively, you got to take care of the ball. That's simple. I'm gonna take care of the ball. You can find a way to get some threes going, which I know that might be if you could get some threes, that would really help. Of course, you need to get good shot selection, good passing. You got to execute your inbounds plays, not just on offense, but on defense, on defending them, and even your side out plays. I'm just saying that, and if you could get some points on paint, that would really be helpful. Of course, try to get to the free throw line, which I know the officials might be questionable on if they're going to allow that to happen or not because of their calls. And you cannot let the calls affect you. Of course, when you get to the free throw line, if you do, make your free throws count. Make them. In this game, and good ball movement would really help too. And if you got to go to somebody with the hot hand, go with the hot hand in this game. And this is a good test for us because Auburn was a NCAA tournament team from a year ago. And they're receiving votes. And if you could, you gotta make adjustments on the fly on how they're going to defend you and all that. And we'll see if they go man-to-man or zone. So, yeah, I'm just saying that. And try to get a lot of rebounds in this game. It would really be helpful. And then get some second chance points. You got to get fast break points. Points out turnovers. I'm just saying that. And, of course, it would really be helpful to get some points from the three-point line if they're good looks. And even if their shot clock is running down and you have to jack it up, trying to make it. And Jalen Bridges needs to step up at time because he was the only returner starter from last year. But I know he's going to try to do that. I know he is. Try to step up as much as possible for this team this year. Not just in this game, but in every game. Not on offense, not just on offense, but on defense. You got to limit your foul trouble across the board. And I know the officiating can be questionable at times, but you can't let one call affect the game. You gotta out hustle Auburn on a loose ball or something, and you can't not let you can't let the officiating dictate the game and try to play the official. You gotta make plays to win the game. Don't worry about the officiating. Just try to make plays to win the game without having the doubt of, do I really need to depend on the call? But you get the whole point, and you got to make adjustments on the fly, and it would really be helpful if Ray J. Dennis was in this game, which hopefully he will be in this game, because he would make a difference on offense and then on defense at times. And you got to have your front court step up, not just on offense, but on defense as well. And you got to have your bench players step up. Of course, you want to limit the other bench as much as possible. That's the whole thing about this. You got to limit the bench points for the other team. Don't let one guy go off. If you're going to try to play solid defense all around and make everything difficult for Auburn in this game offensively, while you need to make sure you get some good shots on the other end. And even if they're a little bit contested, you got to make those shots. So let's go out there in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Let's go to work. And let's get the regular season started, and I'm sure you need to take away Scott Drew and company are looking at the strengths for Auburn, like somewhat, and try to take those away and exploit the weaknesses for Auburn. I'm just saying that, and I do not want to don't want to put Auburn at the free throw line either. You don't really want to play that foul game situation. You gotta be smart about your fouling, not just on offense but on defense. And we don't want flagrant ones or flagrant twos necessarily. I'm just saying that because it's one of the worst things you could do. Of course, getting ejected from a game. Oh yeah, we don't want that. I mean, or getting technical fouls. I mean, that's the thing. You just gotta keep your composure in this game, and let's go out there and go to work against Auburn. So, anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later on the road to 600 subscribers. Of course, ultimate goal is 1,000 or more. So I can make money off this. Of course, liking a video, commenting a video really helps the YouTube algorithm so more people can see it. Of course, sharing the video does help too. I mean, that way it spreads it to more people so more people could watch. And I do appreciate y'all watching. Of course, if you're watching and not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It's free. And hit the notification bell as well. And I'm not just talking about the ones that have not subscribed and they need to subscribe either. I'm talking about everyone. And I know at times that some videos on other channels that you can be subscribed to, you don't necessarily get notification on every single video, but you get the whole point on that. So that's all I gotta say about this game.